Marion Emberson here, doing a verses video. Let me know what you like.
Hi everyone. Okay, so who remembers cut and dry foam? We've used this for absolutely years. It's got a foam top that you can pick up your ink with and then ink down, etc, etc. But the back side of it, and it tells you this on the instructions, you can heat it and then get impressions from it. And it was just like an extra thing that it did, which is great. Then Simon Hurley came out with his stamping foam, which is the same concept. It's by Ranger. This is by Ranger. And it's the same concept, but it's a lot denser. It's a lot thicker. So I'm going to try the two and just see stamping foam versus cut and dry foam. Let's see what we get. Okay, so first thing is you don't really have to do any prep with this. Let me just move these out the way. But this one you do. You want it to be on a stamping block. So I'm going to take a little bit of tape and just fold it over on itself. Make sure I put it on the right side. Silly. And then stick that down to my block. So that's going to give me better pressure. Whereas this is already got a lot of pressure on there because of how dense it is. So, okay, let's just grab a few colours. What should we have? We'll have a bit of lime ricky. Let's move these out the way. Bit of lemongrass. And let's go a bit of aquatini. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to heat it up, and then you can use things like dyes. I think you could probably use a stencil as well, which I will try on another one. And you can use stamps, and basically you're going to get the reverse. So you're turning this into a stamp, but the reverse of what you do. It'll all come clear in a minute. So let me start with this one first of all. I need to heat my heat gun up because it hasn't been on for a while. And then you just start heating this, and you can see it changing slightly, and you want to get that all over. So basically we're trying to soften it. We're sort of breaking fibres, for want of a better word. We're breaking those down. So let me just, they say sort of 10 to 15 seconds. I must admit, this is the first time I've opened it, the first time I've played with this. So it could come out disastrously wrong. Let's just get lots and lots of heat on that. And then I'm just gonna stamp into that. Nice firm pressure. Hold it down. Hold it there for a few seconds. And then I've got my stamp as such. So let's just go in. Simon recommends that you sort of smooch it on rather than pat in. You'll get a better coverage. So let's just smooch a bit. And then let's have a bit of this one. And then let's go a bit lime ricky. Okay. If you wanted to, you could take a brush and just dab it in a bit, just so that you don't get those harsh lines between the colours. And then I'm just going to take a water spray bottle. I'm going to do this just off camera, just to give it a light misting. Make sure. And then I'm going to take my card, This is just my Wow cardstock, and then I'm just gonna stamp it straight down and hold it there. How this Wow cardstock's going to react to so much water, because I did say I like misting, but I probably put too much on. I should have held it further away. But as I say, it's the first time I'm using it. So let's see. Oh, I love that. I love that. That is just so gorgeous. Okay. And the water that's gone on there has actually created little bumps in the card. You could do this on a watercolour cardstock as well. I'm going to try it in a minute without any water and just give it a bit of a huff, which is what we used to do years ago. But I love that. Okay, so let's just put that aside. You could give that another little spray and get a softer effect come off of it as well, which is cool. I'm just going to, where's my thing? Just going to give it a clean off. And one of the fabulous things about this and the cut and dry, oh, sorry about that noise, is you heat it again and it goes back to flat. So you just start again. So you can just keep using all of your stamps, all of your dies, etc., and just make all your own. Okay, so love this, Simon. Thank you so much. Absolutely love it. I'm just going to heat this again just to take this back to how it was. Hey, do you know what? I love that. Where it's left at the moment. I need to heat it a bit longer, but look how it's left those deeper dots. Lovely. That's gone back to normal. I'm just going to get the ink off of there as well. I think there's so much experimenting to do with this. You can also use this side. You actually get, I don't know what I've done with them now. Oh, there we go. You actually get 4 in a pack, so it's really, really good value. You can use these sides, you can use the top and the bottom. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so let's just do exactly the same, but this time we're going to use the old-fashioned, let's call it, cut and dry. Okay, so I just want to make sure that's stuck on there. So same thing. Okay, and then let's just go in here. Now I've got it on this block so I can put a nice lot of pressure on there. Just hold that down for a few seconds. Make it all go in. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, let's just... I could have probably put a bit more tape on there to hold it in. I'm just going to smooch that on. The downside to it being black, you can't actually see so much where you've gone with your ink. You can see a little bit, but not like you could on the sort of silver grey that Simon's done it in. But this is just an experiment, so we're not going to judge. Well, we are judging, but we're judging the product, not the design. Okay, so I can't see it, but I'm just going to give it a little pat. Get my cardstock, take this away, give it a little spray. Okay, and then place this down. I'm just going to do it sideways. I just find it a little bit easier. Just place that down. If I'm off centre, I'll just cut it down a bit. And I'm just going to hold that. Oh, now that looks, okay, that looks to me like it's come out better than that. So I'm going to try that one again, just in case I've done it any different. I did put quite a lot of water on this. I can still feel how wet this is. This one isn't so much, so it could be that I put too much water on and it's spread it, but it looks great. One thing that isn't as great is where I cut it, because it comes in like an A4 sheet. You can see my cut line there, but I could cut that out and then mount it. So let me just do one more just to see. So I'm just going to fast forward through this. Okay. I actually like that one better now. Okay, so this was my first one, done with this. And I do think I put too much water on, so sorry about that. My second one was done with the cut and dry foam. I love that it holds the pattern as well until you reheat it. And then this one in the middle was done again, but this time with not as much water. One thing I will try, these are dye-based inks, so they do dry fairly quick. Let me just move these aside, and I'm just going to grab another piece of cardstock. And this time I'm not going to add any water, so let's just, what have I got here? I've mixed my colours up now, and oh no, oh, I have mixed my colours up now because Lime Ricky should have gone at the bottom. Oh no, it's lemongrass. Oh, get it right, Marion, get it right. I get excited when I get new things to play with. Although this has been out for quite some time. And I kept thinking, I kept trying to get it, and I ended up buying it from scrapbook.com out in the States. Let me just do it this way, and then I can cut it out. Yeah, so I bought myself some from scrapbook.com, but I'll have a look and see if there's anywhere local for the UK where you can get it from. Let's have a... Oh, see, that didn't need any water. I didn't need any water. So my one I loved. So look how more intense that is, even though I've mixed my colours up. But that just looks fantastic. So I suppose as long as you're doing it quickly, you need to get it on there. I have got a piece of watercolour card. So I'm just going to, let me just try that. By the way, this die that I'm using, this is, I've used this before in a video. This is Circle Around by A Pocketful of Happiness. I love this die. One, I love it as a die, but I'm loving it as a stamp. Look at that. It's just fantastic. Okay, so I'm not going to ink it again. I'm going to leave what's on there. And because I'm using watercolour card, I am going to spritz. And I can probably go a wee bit heavier this time. And let's just try and line that up, and then I can cut it out. I don't know whether it would be better if I used my block on top. Oh, too much water. I do love a bit of water, don't I? Let's just see. Hang on. Let's try that again. This time I'm not putting any more water on. I always go a bit over the top. I'm really heavy-handed in everything I do. Hence why I'm wearing a plaster on my finger. Okay, let's see what that looks like when it dries. That's going to look quite nice, actually. That not so much. That, yes. So, I mean, do you know what? It's up to you guys what you think. That's the cut and dry. If you've got it, give it a go. Have a play with it. But if you want to get your hands on some of this, I thoroughly recommend it. It's really, really cool. So this is just a really quick video for this week. I'm going to show some finished samples at the end so you can just see what I've done with them. And then I did get myself a few more extra things, which I'm going to show you. Look, the Autumn Leaf Mix die set. I just could not resist this. I love leaves, absolutely love leaves. And do you know what? I think these would look nice on this as well. So I'm going to give it a go. And then I also treated myself to some Pink Fresh dies that are words. And they're just gorgeous. So you can do like birthday hugs. I love that because I love giving hugs. And just be you. Just be you. They're just gorgeous. So I'm going to have a little play with those. And then this one, this is a scrapbook.com stencil. Mums, so it's obviously based on chrysanthemums, and I just fell in love with that. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with it yet, but I just fell in love with it. So yeah, I'll clear up, I'll make some samples, and then I'll show you at the end. So yeah, just a quick one, and I'll be back again the following week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I really do think the world is your oyster with this. You can use it with so many things. And I did go ahead and use it with the chrysanthemum or mums stencil. And there it is. And I used embossing ink on there with a couple of new embossing powders. And it just looks gorgeous. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to play a lot.